Okay, I'm gonna give a brief overview of my smoke machine device for my costume this year. Um, Basically, I'm gonna be using forced air to blow air through a vaporizer like this that's usually used for smoking, but we're gonna just be using it for smoke machine. So I've actually got some. This is just like fog juice that you'd put in a regular fog machine inside the reservoir there. And so eventually this is how it's going to work. There is the air pump that's here, and then it will go to a solenoid, which I just ordered just now. But for this demonstration, I'll use my finger as the solenoid. And then so it will build up air in the bladder, and then it releases air into the vaporizer. So you can see on the very bottom of here, there's these little inlet holes. So I'm going to plug all those up except for one and put a tube there, so the air will be forced through there, and then the smoke is forced out of the top. So I've experimented with just blowing air through there with my mouth, and it works really well. So, but I had a problem today when I received this this air pump, that it really doesn't put out that much air. So I thought about it for a second. I thought, well, what if you just build up the air like a small air compressor, and then it gets forced out. So I will plug this in. You can see, so it pumps on, and then so I'll be the solenoid and just turn the valve closed, and so it starts building up pressure there. And then, so I'm thinking about 30 seconds is a good amount of time for it to go for a while. And then I'll just release it now. But imagine it'll be a little bit bigger. And, I don't really want it to get too big inside the costume, because this is going to be contained inside of a little plexiglass kind of chest piece. So I'll release the solenoid, and just imagine all this air is flowing through the vaporizer, blowing out a big puff of smoke. Yeah, and then it just closes, and it starts the process again. So I'm pretty pleased with this vaporizer. I've been looking at them online for a little bit, and they're really, really expensive. So I set out to the district downtown, the open Santee Alley area, kind of trying to find something that was at least 50 watts. These are all rated in different wattages, and ended up getting this one for about $50, and it's a 200 watt model. And look, it even has a color screen, which is kind of ridiculous. So, it even has Bluetooth capability, which is totally ridiculous. So, but yeah, you can crank this thing way up, and it really blows out a huge amount of smoke. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. Still, not really sure what we're gonna do with the costume, but anyway, talk to you guys soon.